And why doesn't she direct her anger at Kanye?
Kim
the
is-
source of the problem.
You know, have you noticed she is always, she claims to be a girl's girl, but she's always fighting with girls.
Swifties can weigh in. 50/50 podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Yas.
And I'm Yel.
And welcome back to 50/50.
Yes, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button. We have new episodes out every single Wednesday, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.
Yeah, and so today, as you see in the title, we are going to be talking about Taylor Swift.
Yes, we're going to be talking about all her kind of, I guess you can say, drama that is coming out now with her new album.
Yeah.
Because she's taking some pretty clear shots.
Yeah, especially at Kim.
Yeah, exactly.
With one of her songs that she has titled Thank You, aIMee.
Yeah, Thank You, aIMee, where literally the K, the I, and the M are capitalized. So, yeah, and I feel like it's a lot to say about this topic because if you guys know about the feud, which I feel like we all know, this feud goes back 15 years, which I saw this online and you were telling me about it, and I just can't believe it because it doesn't feel
Isn't
like
that
15
crazy?
years ago. That's crazy.
It started in 2009. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and again, we didn't remember these years. We just literally looked it up and realized that it happened in 2009, and that's now 15 years ago because I feel like it feels like 5 years ago to me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, based on the amount of times that it's been brought up, it feels like it just happened, but it also feels like this has been dragged on for so long. It's like, at what point is this going to end? So I guess let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
The initial feud is with Kanye West.
Yeah.
That's the initial feud.
This all started with that, iconic, for not a good reason, VMA show where Taylor Swift wins an award for, I think it was Music Video of the Year, I want to say, or Album of the Year, something of that sort. And when she was accepting her award, like saying her acceptance speech, we all know what happened. Kanye comes up to the stage, is like, I think Beyonce should have won, like blah, blah, whatever, which he shouldn't have done. That's obviously
Rude. Very rude.
A no. You're not supposed to do that. Like, somebody else won the award, okay, let it go. And it wasn't even so funny because he wasn't even defending himself. He's like, sticking up for Beyonce. You can tell Beyonce, she's in the crowd. She's just like,
oh Lord.
She's like, oh Lord, like nobody told you to do that for me.
Yeah.
He's just dragging her name into some craziness. Yeah, that's how it all started. That's like the start of all this feud. But I even kind of forgot about that, to be honest, because of everything happening now where she's like basically feuding with Kim. It's just like, I forgot that it even started with Kanye.
Yeah, the initial thing started with Kanye. And then, of course, I feel like, he did apologize. I believe it was about a month later after this initial thing happened.
Yeah.
But then years down the line, I think he makes a song about her. Or was it that she makes a song about him first? She makes songs about a lot of people, so...
Yeah, they make songs about each other. She's, like, I guess...
I don't know who did first.
I think she made a song about him first, but it wasn't like she didn't include his name in it or anything like that. It was like kind of like a subliminal message, but people assume it was about him.
So then she writes a song about him and how hurt she was, I guess, by him.
Yeah.
And then this is where another blowout happens.
Yes.
He writes a song about her and says, those famous words, I made that be famous.
Exactly.
And that's when she lost it. Taylor Swift lost it. And she's just like, I didn't approve of using the B word.
Yeah. Because he claimed, his defense was like, well, I told her about it. Like, I told her about this specific line. Like, I had her hear the whole song. And like, she approved is what he was saying.
And this is when already Kanye is now, I believe, married to Kim.
Yeah. There was just I remember that time, like, there was a lot of back and forth because, Taylor was saying her part where she's like, no, I didn't know about it. And then he was like, I 100% did. And there was all of this back and forth and like, who do you believe? Kind of like, us, like the audience were like.
I mean, people took sides.
People took sides, of course.
That's the thing. People took sides. If you were like a Kardashian, you went on that side.
Right.
Because, since Kim got involved, she ended up leaking the tapes or whatever.
Yeah.
The unedited footage, which we now later find out that it was actually edited.
Yeah.
And I guess Taylor Swift did not. Or no, Kanye did not say that he was going to use the B word.
Yeah. So it came out later, like so basically Kim got involved, like you were saying, because she was like, I'm tired of Kanye taking all this, like, she was defending her husband basically at the time because they were married at the time. So she was just defending her husband and was like, I'm not going to let him take all this, like, hate from Taylor Swift.
Let's clear the air
so
kind
let's
of
clear
thing.
the air. So she dropped this, like you're saying, supposedly unedited, but we find out later that it is edited. And like, yeah, so basically when that footage releases, Taylor Swift is like saying that that's not true, but now we have this like
a video showing that it is true and versus her word.
And then so a lot of people took sides then again and were like like Taylor's line because, you know, and then years later, like we find out now, actually, Kim didn't have the right stuff. She did not have the unedited version because the unedited version shows that actually Kanye didn't tell Taylor that he put in the B word, and he didn't actually play the whole song for her. He only played like that part.
Right.
So it was like, so what Taylor said was true, but now we come to like present day, and I'm like, she's really that hurt over that word. I understand that's not a good word. The B word is not a good word. Nobody wants to be called that word. I get it.
But what about nowadays? People nowadays are using that word like when they go and greet their friends. They're like, oh, hey, you know, bees. Yeah. You know, like that word is now being used so like, hey, what's up, girls? Like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, you know, I guess nowadays we can say that word is not as mean as it was maybe back then.
Yeah, exactly. And I think in the way that he was saying it in the song, he's like, I made that be famous. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's not correct. I don't think, like, I feel like she's fine in saying that she doesn't like that word, but I feel like, is it worth this whole feud? Because I'm like, you could have just said, like, no, I didn't approve for that word to be in it. I would have rather he not use that word. Like, you could have said something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I just feel like it kind of got misconstrued, and then somewhere along the lines, since Kim is the one who released that, you know, footage that first made Taylor look bad, I guess you could say, made Taylor look like a liar, I should say.
Yeah.
And then now suddenly the feud is between Kim and Taylor, and now with Taylor's newest song, like you were saying, her song "Thank You, aIMee," she's like calling Kim a bully, comparing her to like basically like a school bully, you know?
Yeah.
Saying like all these other crazy things.
Saying, like, my mom is a saintly woman, she says, but she wished death on you or something.
Yeah.
And then she also said something like, your kids are going to be singing my songs and you're not even going to know it. For me, Taylor Swift I feel like she's taking it too far.
Yeah.
I feel like she's taking it too far. I understand people, you know, are hurt, and you have the right to say that you're hurt and express your feelings and express that stuff. I get it. But now you are putting this in a song for the world to hear.
Yeah.
And if you really think that what happened to you is so messed up and so mean, why are you doing that to someone else?
Right.
And why are you becoming like, literally, like, now Taylor Swift is bullying Kim.
I feel like that.
I feel like this is borderline harassment because, you know, this is unwanted things being said to Kim.
Yeah.
And people are taking it like, oh my gosh, she's so poetic. Taylor Swift is so poetic. She's so this. I unfortunately don't see it in the song.
Yeah.
I feel like the song is so mean and so like unnecessary.
Yeah. I just feel like, at what point do you let the feud go? That's what I really feel like. Because I'm just like, when I even heard about this song coming out, like, you know, it made headlines and everything. And, you know, it has, like we're saying, this is not like a subliminal message, because she literally has the 3 letters KIM, Kim, capitalized. So this is clearly about Kim Kardashian. And I'm just like, at what point do you let it go? Because even when this came out, I was like, oh, she's still talking about that? Like, I thought that had been, you know, done with. Like, it's so crazy. So then she's bringing that back up. And like you're saying, it does feel like borderline bully behavior to me, because I feel like, why is she like taking all these jabs at Kim? Because Kim's not jabbing back, right? Yeah. Kim's not doing anything back. Kim's deciding to take the high road, I guess you could say. Like, she's just not ignoring it and everything, right? But this whole feud started with Kanye. And yes, Kim did, she shouldn't have done that, I guess, release that footage that she claims that she thought was unedited, right? But she shouldn't have even gotten involved, probably. But at the time, she was married to him. So at what point, like, as Taylor Swift, at what point do you realize, like, you know what? Okay, she maybe shouldn't have gotten involved, but she did get involved because you were attacking her husband. So it's like, it's just like a friend. Like, if, you know, if somebody's attacking you, you're my sister, I'm gonna step in too.
I'm gonna step in.
100% I'm gonna step in. Like they say, you got a problem with my sister, you got a problem with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I get that, but at what point is Taylor gonna let that go? That Kim was doing her part in like defending, and why doesn't she direct her anger at Kanye?
Yeah, Kim,
the source of the problem.
Yeah, Kim is not the source of the issue here. The source of the issue was with Kanye, but Kanye also, I don't think he even cares about her, really. I
don't think he even cares about her. He goes on his random rants here and there, so I'm sure in a rant of his, whenever he has another one, he'll probably say something about her. Yeah. But I'm just like, I just think it's like very bully-like behavior where she goes for like the weak one. So in Kim being weak just because she's not responding. So I feel like Taylor
is taking it as weakness, but it's not. Weakness,
right. And so she's like, you know, keeps on harassing Kim, or keeps on just bringing it up. Let's just say, bringing it up about this whole thing with Kim, but she's not addressing it to Kanye, which is the person who even made the song. He's the one insulting her on the song.
Right.
And everything. He's the one who took her spotlight away.
Exactly. It's all Kanye.
It's all Kanye. And I think there's a reason why she's not doing that. Because I feel like she is afraid of Kanye.
She is afraid because, you know, we're also dealing with Kanye. I mean, I don't know if everybody accepts this from him, but he has mental health issues.
Yeah, I feel like people don't want to see it for that, but he has said publicly that he suffers from bipolar 1.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you Google what bipolar is, I mean, it's a terrible, horrible, I would even say not only is it a mental health issue, but it's a mental health, I feel like a disease.
Yeah.
It really is detrimental to the person's entire life.
Yeah.
And so, you know, her even taking jabs at him for that, you know, I feel like because he's also suffering from these mental health problems, I think that someone like her who is a rational, we can say maybe a rational person, should kind of take a step back and say, you know what, I'm dealing with this man who is ill.
Mm-hmm.
And take it for that instead of taking it like he wanted to hurt me. He's like making it so much about her. She should think like, you know what, he's not okay. Yeah. And when this happened, he was probably going through a manic stage.
Exactly.
And, you know, he was probably very much manic, and that's why he did that. He wasn't on his medication, you know?
And that's what I was going to say, too. He has publicly said that he does not want to be medicated. He doesn't like the way he feels when he's medicated, so he refuses to take medication. And I just feel like, I asked myself, I do wonder, I'm like, does Taylor Swift, like, just choose to not acknowledge that he's a mentally ill person? Because that's the one thing here that I think is missing, like you're saying. You need to take... like you need to, you know, consider the source of everything, you know? Is what he is doing correct? No, I don't think it's correct. No. Even him putting that song out and like insulting her, no, it's not correct. But also, is he the first artist to use a song as a way to insult another person?
No. I mean, look at Drake.
She did it herself.
Right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course.
Oh, my God. Drake and Kendrick Lamar right now. Right?
Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I mean, come on. They keep going back and forth, back and forth. People are going crazy about that.
With diss tracks. Yeah, exactly. And, like, look at people like, for example, 50 Cent. Okay? Every once in a while, he'll get, like, a vendetta against somebody. Okay? So he will go hard on them, people he has issues with, right? I'm not saying it's correct, but I'm just saying these things happen. And that's Kanye, too. When he goes into these manic episodes, because, like we're saying, if you Google bipolar, they have episodes of manic and depression, I think is the other one. Mm-hmm. And when he's manic, or anybody, you know, they say a lot of things that are just like out of line and everything. And like, again, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but mental health issues is real. Mental illness is real. And Kanye has a mental illness. So she needs to consider that, kind of like you were saying. And he even, in that same song that's called Famous, where he's like, I made that be famous. He also says some things that are just crazy, like referencing, you know, him having a relationship with Taylor Swift even. So doesn't it click to her that there's something off about that song?
Yeah, like it's not. I mean, he's not, and this is the thing, he is a person that is really suffering from this disease because and I call it a disease because I feel like it is something so detrimental to him. Like you know, he can't even see his kids without being like supervised
what they say,
you know?
Online, yeah.
So this affects his entire life. I mean, he lost all his stuff with like Adidas and everything. Yeah. You know, because
all his deals, you know, a lot of other companies that he was involved with, I don't even know, can't remember right now, but I know that he lost the deals and everything.
It's not I'm not defending Kanye West, but what I do see is this is a mentally ill person. Yeah. And people need to take it like that. Just like people with disabilities, right? That's why they have a handicap spot. You know, they are able to park there and stuff like that. Like, you have to understand that person too. Yeah. And Taylor Swift, I mean, she has supposedly a best friend, Selena Gomez, that also suffers from bipolar.
That's right. I didn't think about that.
You know, so she suffers from bipolar. So, you know, I think that Taylor Swift should be a little more understanding of this situation since she has, you know, someone that's very, very close to her. Yeah. Supposedly, Selena Gomez. Yeah. But what I see her is being really bully-like to Kim. Exactly. And I don't know. I see it so wrong. I see it so wrong from Taylor Swift.
I know, me too. And I like I said earlier, I really wish, I would just want to know, I wish somebody would ask her this like in an interview or something if she does it, but I just want to know, does she know, like, does she acknowledge that that Kanye is ill, mentally ill? That's what I really want to know out of that. And then also, just like we were saying, like the whole thing,
even why is she putting all that anger that she has against Kanye to Kim? Why?
Exactly. And I asked myself that too. I'm like, you know, she's a very calculated person, because we have to admit, the Swifties are not, and the Swifties, you know, Swifties can say whatever they want to say, right? The Swifties can.
I mean, they're gonna defend her till death do them part.
Right. Swifties can weigh in, but whether you're a Swiftie or not, there's things that are true, right? Like the fact that she put in this song, I would say highlight, but I mean capitalize the letters Kim, Kim. That's to get some publicity too.
Of course.
Because now everybody is going to hear that song. What is she saying? Like, what is this song, right? And I'm not the only song that's making headlines. A lot of the other ones are making headlines too for different reasons, whatever. But
her
my point
relationships
is, and exactly. All that stuff. But my point is, she doesn't do this just to like express herself, like she's saying. She's also doing it for the headlines, for the drama, for a little bit of clout that she can get from that and everything.
Of course.
And that brings us to even that line that was problematic at the time too, where he says, "I made that be famous," because she also had a big thing to say about that too, saying that Kanye didn't make her famous at all in any way, shape, or form. And I know we have different views on this.
Yeah, we have different views because I don't know, you want to say your view?
Yeah, my view is I don't think he made her famous. I don't think he made her famous because she was up there already getting an award. And he's referencing, when he says that line, the source of all this, the 2009 drama where he, interrupted her acceptance speech. I think he even took the award away from her hands. I feel like he did that.
I think he did.
Yeah, it was wild. I remember watching that.
You don't think that he made her famous?
Yeah, I don't think that he made her famous. She was already up there accepting an award. So I feel like people already knew her.
Yeah. And me, on the other hand, I have a different outlook on this. And I don't think that he made her famous, because I don't believe that. But I do believe that with this drama that he created, he let more people aware of who she is.
Yeah.
People that maybe never would even listen to her music, maybe his audience, Kanye's audience, Beyonce's audience, even Jay-Z. Because,
they're all intertwined.
They're all intertwined, right? Their audiences are now like, oh, who is he talking about? Like, who is this girl that they're talking about?
Or like, what song did she make about him? Since there was these claims that she had made songs about him too.
Exactly. So now he's opening like his audience and Beyonce's audience to Taylor Swift. Yeah. And not just that, but any kind of drama. I mean, we all know that when there's drama,
exactly,
everywhere it's said on the news, it's here, it's there. And that's how it was with this. It was all over the news the next day.
Yeah,
I remember.
And for a long time.
And it was like, interviews here and there and talking to Taylor Swift and, oh my gosh, Taylor Swift, I'm so sorry for you. And she went to so many different interviews. She had so many things. So that's why I understand what he means by like, I made that be famous.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like it kind of catapulted her career a little bit. I know Swifties are going to hate me for this. Swifties are going to hate me, but I really, truly believe that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, people didn't really know her like that.
Yeah.
She had her audience, but it's like, it wasn't that audience like she has now. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like her, what are they called? Oh, yeah, the Swifties. Yeah. Like the little squad of people. Yeah. She didn't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't have that yet. And yeah, the Swifties are gonna be outraged with this video, I feel like.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But it's okay. I mean, everybody has their opinions, so it's totally good. And I do see that point of view of like when you're saying that, like, I don't think he made her famous, but definitely that drama, just like it did for him too, it had their names in the spotlight for a long time. And we all know that people, in the industry, like, celebrities and everything, like they say, any press is good press, right? That's like because they're like, as long as your name is out there, they're like, doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, but if your name is out there, then you're doing good because you're like staying relevant. Right. So I do think that in that part, I do see Kanye's side, because he kept her. She had this storyline for a long time.
I mean, look, it's 2024.
And she's still going with it.
And she's still going with that. So, he's not lying when he said that.
I don't think he's lying anymore either, because I'm like, she's clearly...
So did I change your mind?
I think you changed my mind. But I can see how she's like, you didn't make me famous. I can see how she could think that to him too, because I don't think he made her famous. But
he didn't make her famous, but...
This drama that they've been involved in...
Made her relevant,
made her... Or even keeps her relevant, maybe.
Keeps her, yeah, that's what she... this reminds me a lot of even Selena Gomez, how she couldn't get over the fact that Justin Bieber married Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
That's another issue.
Yeah.
And she made so many songs, and it's like, at what point, like, I'm tired of listening to the same song. Like, okay, he left you. Like, you're, like, get over it. Like, he...
At this point, he's married. Like, it was, because I know her songs...
Even married, exactly.
Yeah, she claimed that she wrote those songs, before they got married and everything. But at that point, they had already been married. So, okay, you released your songs and whatever. But at what point do you also let that go? Because now your ex-boyfriend, all the feelings you had for him, whatever, that's all, good, whatever, but now he's moved on and he's married. So, marriage means for life. So it's kind of like, girl, get over it. At this point, get over it.
Get over it. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have these same tendencies, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift, they just can't let go.
Maybe that's why they're friends, too.
That could be.
But yeah, so with Taylor, I just feel like at what point does she let it go? And does she even want to let it go? Because this is giving her some publicity. And will Kim respond? Because Kim's not an artist. She's not like, she doesn't have a song. She can't respond in a song form. So like.
Imagine if she like creates a song.
Releases a song. That would actually be hilarious.
That would be like iconic, I feel like.
Yeah, that'd be
because I mean, she does everything else. Kim does everything. So I mean, the only thing that she needs is a song.
A song, yeah. I feel like she did.
I think she
did, like a song
right?
that people. I remember people like making fun of it and everything. And I'm sure if she does a song now, people would make fun of it too. But like, it would definitely add to this whole little drama thing. So
yeah. I don't know if she's gonna respond. I feel like she won't.
Yeah, I feel like she won't either. But she's even gotten. I mean, I know Taylor Swift claims that when Kim put out that unedited footage making Taylor look like a liar or whatever, Taylor said that she was getting so much hate online. And now even Kim, you know, if you go to her page and everything, when this song came out, or even when an interview came out, December 2023, she was like Time Magazine's Person of the Year, okay? And she said in that interview clearly, she was like, the reason that she had gone through like a really low time in her life, Taylor, is because she has there clearly, she's like, Kim Kardashian released this unedited or this edited footage making her look like a liar, making Taylor look like a liar. And so she says that Kim Kardashian's a snake. And on Kim's Instagram post, all her comments would be snakes. So you're saying currently, yeah, this happened like in this year, 2024, like early 2024. And I don't know about right now. I haven't honestly checked, but I'm sure there's some backlash for her in the comments too. So my point is, you're saying that all of like the Kardashian fans came and attacked Taylor, right? She's saying that they came and attacked her and that put her so low. And now she's getting her whole army of Swifties, which we know the Swifties, they go hard for her.
They go
really hard for her. They defend her no matter what. Now you're having them go and attack this other woman. So she always claims to be a girl's girl, feminist, this and that, whatever. But yet you're attacking Kim nonstop. And like I keep saying, not Kanye. Not Kanye, but
she's doing the
same problem.
Thing. So basically she's doing the same thing. What she says she doesn't want done to her, now she's doing to Kim.
Exactly. And so can you really play victim if you are doing the same thing? I feel like no. It's just a back and forth. It's just like a fight. You know,
have you noticed she claims to be a girl's girl, but she's always fighting with girls.
Exactly.
She also got into a huge fight with and she made a song about it too, about Katy Perry.
Oh my God, that's right. And then now they made up, because I know that now they're like, they made up and everything. But yeah, the truth is, everybody, because that's a funny thing too. Everybody paints her out, and I think by everybody, probably just the Swifties, but everybody paints her out to be like this victim and like, Taylor can do no wrong, whatever. But she's very problematic if you actually think about it. She has lots of problems with a lot of people. And when that happens with anybody, celebrities or real life or whatever, if one person has problems with, 20 people, is it really those whole 20 people, or is it that person that maybe could change something?
I agree with you. Is it really everybody else's problem, or is it her problem? Because she's the one that's creating all these issues now.
I think we can acknowledge that she's a little dramatic. She's petty. She likes to, keep these things going. Like, she doesn't want to take the high road. And not that she has to. She doesn't have to. But I feel like she acts like this person that takes the high road, and that, like, I don't know. I feel like she has this act about her a little bit where she's just like, everybody's coming for me, I'm not coming for anybody. But no, you do your part too. And, she's smart with that. She's smart with that stuff too, because this feud is already going on, and then she's using it to get her album out there more, to get different things, even her music videos. She'll be like intrigued, like, what is she going to do? Different things.
And like you said, like we've said previously, she is calculated. She does this for a reason, because she wants to make sure to get her audience like captivated. Like,
right.
That's why she writes her songs about her ex-boyfriends, because people kind of want to get an insight into like what happened in the relationship.
Yes.
So she does all these things for a reason. So I'm really curious also, what's going to happen with this guy, Travis Kelce?
Yes.
If they break up. I mean, I don't know what she's going to say about this one.
Yeah, what is she going to say about him? What do we not know? Because, I mean, from the outside, it looks like all good, right? But you never know.
So we think. I don't know. After I saw him scream and yell at his coach, I don't know how.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. He seems like he loses his cool.
Yeah.
Very easily.
That was.
Yeah.
And then him, when they accepted at the Super Bowl, like, it was so cringy. And you could even see in Taylor's face, like, she was like, I feel like she was like cringing, because he was just like singing like the Viva Las Vegas song.
Yeah, I don't know. He was
It was
on
just weird. It was
something.
cringy. It was really cringy. It was just like, I don't know.
That was weird.
Yeah.
But going back to that song, Kim, well, it's not called Kim. It's called
Thank You,
Thank You, aIMee. She has a lyric in there, something, a phrase that says something about like your kids will be singing my song.
Yeah.
And I did want to touch on that.
Yeah.
Because Kim has 4 kids.
Yeah.
And, you know, Taylor Swift is not a mother. She doesn't have any kids.
Yeah.
And I truly think that she should never mention
Yeah.
any kid
Why are you
of
involving the
anyone.
kids? Yeah.
I know she didn't say a name. I know she didn't say specifically, you know, any of Kim's kids' names. But why are you even thinking about her children? That to me is so inappropriate, so disrespectful. And I'm so surprised. I cannot believe that Kim has not said anything, because if I was a mom here, like, and she's singing about my kids, that would have been it. I would have been like, I would have her like redo the whole damn song. No, because, you know, take that out. You don't need to talk about my children. There's been, I forgot who it was. Garcelle, I think it was. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She said something around like my friend's child or my friend's kid.
Yeah.
And that, I forgot who it was, but that lady made her re-release her book and take out that sentence. It was one sentence, I think it was. And Garcelle even said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, this and that and whatever. And so I'm just thinking like this woman, because Taylor Swift is a 34, 35-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Talking about children, that's ridiculous. That's so inappropriate. I mean, and you guys can say, I mean, tell me what you guys think, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's so inappropriate. She's not saying anything, but she's like, your kids will be singing my song and you won't even know it. Why? Why?
Don't mention the kids. I feel like that's, I honestly, I heard that too and I was like, I feel like that's so wrong, because why are you involving the kids? The kids have nothing to do with this. This is the drama between you and their mother and their father even, because it's Kanye too. So it's okay, it's you and their parents. Leave it at that. You guys hash it out. You guys figure it out. You guys keep jabbing each other for the rest of the time. But do not involve the kids, because kids are innocent.
Exactly.
They have nothing to do with it. And I know that what she's saying is like, it's technically not anything bad. She's like, your kids are going to be singing my song, but why even mention them? Because I feel like so many things. First of all, she got in this whole uproar, Taylor, about Kanye using the B word, right? And not telling her exactly what the song was going to be. Everything. Now you're referencing somebody else's kids. And the biggest problem here is if the song was just Thank You, aIMee, and she didn't capitalize the letters Kim, I would think differently. But because she capitalized the letters Kim, we know it's about Kim. And I feel like that is what now makes this even worse, because now it's clearly titled Kim and you're talking about kids. Whose kids is that? It's horrible. And I feel like it even opens the door for, hopefully not, but even maybe some bullying at school, because they'd be like, oh my God, because Taylor Swift's audience is the younger crowd. Her daughter North is like 10 years old.
Exactly.
Or maybe 11. I'm not sure exactly.
It's just not right. It's not right. And what she's doing there is correct. Just, why are you doing that? Why are you going to put the kids into this situation? It's just, and if the Swifties really think that that's appropriate, I don't know. What kind of Swifties are you guys? Like, really?
Yeah. I don't think it's appropriate at all. And I feel like I was saying, people might even be like, oh my God, she wrote this song about your mom and blah, blah. Like, I just
why?
feel like you're opening, even the fact that she named it Kim and everything, you know. But anyways, I just think that it's like, she doesn't know because she doesn't have kids, obviously. But I don't think you have to have kids to know that. I don't have kids, and I can see how, like, kids should never be involved in adult people's business.
Yeah.
Don't involve
adults can have their problems. It doesn't mean a kid should ever get involved, or whoever's having a problem, like Taylor Swift's having a problem with Kim, which seems like a one-sided issue to me. It seems like it's only Taylor Swift that has a problem. Why does she have to even mention Kim's kids?
Yeah.
Just by saying, like, your kids. Who is your kids? Okay. Right. Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I just feel like wrong. But anyways, I just think, you know, this whole drama is just, at this point, dragged out. I think it's dragged out.
It's so dragged out. It's so annoying. It's, for me, it's literally ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And I mean, like we were saying, I know that she does this, like you're saying, she writes about her exes and everything. So she's smart in that sense. Like, she knows that what's going to get the views, the people to click on it and keep people interested. But at what point do you just look really petty? I feel like she just looks really petty. I wonder what these ex-boyfriends think too. They're like, oh my God, here she goes again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what they think, because some of them, you know, like Harry Styles, supposedly there's a song about him. I think Joe Jonas, there's like, you know, I don't know if they've ever commented on it. And these right now, I think she was engaged to somebody. I forgot their names. She was engaged to some guy. She had a situationship with another one. And I don't know, whatever else.
It's mostly about, they said a lot of her songs are mostly about the situationship that she had.
Yeah, which I don't even know who that is.
I forgot the name.
He was really low key, the guy.
Yeah, and she was engaged to somebody.
Yeah, I think, wasn't she engaged, or was that
Was
like
it?
speculated?
Is his name like Joe? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
And I don't keep up with her stuff too much, but
yeah, so that's just our take, just us kind of talking about it, because we know this is in the news right now. I feel like everybody's talking about like, oh my god, like she's like dissing Kim and blah blah. And so it's just our little view on it. Yeah. But nothing serious here. I mean, honestly, everybody can do whatever they want. Like, it's just
I mean, it's just our thoughts on it. Really, like I've said previous times when we do these things, I honestly just talk about it here, and then I never think about it again in my life because I really don't care.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that serious anything, but it definitely is like fun to talk about these little dramas.
It is fun. It's fun because you're just like kind of like why is she doing this? And I can't believe she said her kids and this and that. So it's just for fun.
It's almost like a little show. I feel like it's almost like like the real, I love the Real Housewives. So I'm like, I feel it's like the Real Housewives where like one of them is getting angry at the other one and they're like fighting.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Kim and Taylor, and Kanye too, obviously, would be good. But let's just say Kim and Taylor, talk it out somewhere. Like, invite them to like some, I don't know, talk show where they can like hash this out.
I would love that. Wow, that's amazing. I love that idea.
I know.
I wish they would do that.
I wish they would do it too. But will they ever hash it out? Because I feel like
they need like a mediation thing.
Exactly. But I feel like Taylor doesn't want to get over it. I feel like she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to. No. Because it's giving her a lot of views, a lot of, money. Because I know she loves that money.
I know. And we know like all the Kardashian Jenners too. They want nothing to do with Taylor, I feel like. So. Yeah. But I don't know. I would like to see a reconciliation. Just what they say, whatever. And if they can ever actually let it go.
I think they can let it go, but I don't think she can let it go. When talking about letting things go, before we end this, did you see? I'm all about the Aspyn and Parker drama, guys. Okay.
Oh yes.
They paused their divorce.
Yes.
What the heck is going on?
I did see that they paused their divorce like proceedings and everything. And then something that's a little weird for me is like she did say in one of her, I think it was TikToks, that she's like she doesn't get postpartum depression or anything like that, but she gets like postpartum rage. Which I can understand. And I'm just like, she's like, and it just lasts like usually the first couple of days or whatever. So I know that technically when she filed was like 2 weeks or something after the baby was born.
Allegedly. Because we don't know when the baby was born.
Yeah, allegedly. But I'm just like, was this part of, I don't know.
Is this part of her rage?
Yeah, this is part of her rage.
Wait, like, she said that she gets postpartum rage?
That's what she says, yeah. She says it's just for like the first couple days.
So what, she's just like really angry at Parker?
She says she gets very irritable. She didn't say at anybody specifically, but she says she's very irritable. Like if things don't go her way, like she just gets very angry, which I can understand because you're in pain when you're recovering.
And she's a mom of 2 other babies because come on, even if her oldest one is 4 or 5 years old, that's still a baby that needs a lot of attention. Yeah. Because, when they're growing up, you think that they don't need that much attention. A newborn is actually so much easier than having, a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old kid.
Yeah, I hear people say like easier than a toddler, they say.
It's way easier because they're just eating and sleeping. That's all that they're doing.
The hard part is probably you not getting sleep, right?
Yeah, that's the hardest part. But the rest is like you have to entertain them. You have to, they want different things
when they're older.
They're older, so poor Aspyn. I feel for her.
Yeah, I feel for her too. And I'm just curious too. I wonder if she'll ever. That's another one that I wonder if she'll ever talk about it because I'm like, I'm happy that they paused the divorce proceedings though because I always was kind of sad that they were getting divorced. So I'm so happy that they paused it, and I hope people can get to a reconciliation. But I'm just like, I wonder why she filed for divorce. I still just wonder. I'm like, did she just do that to like wake him up? Maybe she was like, things are not going well. Like I'm going to divorce you if you don't change such and such.
Yeah, maybe it was like that. I don't know, but I'm always interested in their stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's so like, I feel like it's so mysterious.
Yeah.
So you want to solve that mystery.
Exactly. You want to know. You know what? At the end of the day too, people put out their business. So like we know about her life. She didn't put out about her divorce, but we know about her life. And so now we get this other little piece of information about divorce. And now we're nosy. Yes. Now we want to know. Because you've involved us in your life a little bit. So now we want to know. I also just find it so funny that the E-News channel, like their Instagram channel, keeps putting out this information on them. I just think
so crazy.
I think that's crazy, and I wonder what she thinks about that because I feel like she has to be like, I can't believe I'm on E-News.
Yeah, she's probably like, what the hell? Like, why am I even on E-News?
Yeah,
I feel like that's how she thinks. She's like, why is my divorce have anything to do with anything? Exactly. That's how I think that she's like that. She's like, why?
Yeah, like why now? Why the divorce? They've never like reported anything on her.
Exactly.
So I don't know. That's just kind of funny to me, but
yeah. So I'll keep everybody posted on the Aspyn information.
Yeah, we keep tracking that. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, like we were saying, just something, to talk about what's going on in the news right now, give our little take on it, our little 2 cents.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, do not forget again to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys in next week's episode, right?
Yep. See you on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.